What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the YouTube channel. And honestly speaking, it's nice to get back in the habit of just recording every single day, because the more and more you're away from recording, the harder it is. It gets really annoying to get back into the flow of recording. So, hey, I really like that I'm back at recording every single day. But enough yapping, bro. Today's going to be an amazing chest day, and I'm at my favorite gym. We're at the gym over here in Mount Zion. And honestly speaking, I don't get no better chest days than whenever I come to this particular Planet Fitness. Yeah, enough yapping, bro. Let's go ahead and get inside, and then I'll see y'all when we get into the first set. Peace. All right, so I'm moving straight into the first set, and in today's workout, we're going to try to push ourselves past our limits with pure endurance. Like right now, we're just doing one play with the 10, but we're going to be doing 2 sets on this, and we're going to be moving up as high as we can go until we move up to 3 plates. And honestly speaking, just like lately, I've been getting a lot stronger over time. So I'm going to try to see if I can do 3 plates for 5, and I can do 3 plates for 5. We're going to put a 25 on each side. So let's go ahead and push past our limits and see how far we can go. The only thing I hate, I don't know about you guys, but whenever I'm working out and I got a jacket with buttons, that motherfucker came straight down on my chest. I was like, Kia! That shit hurt. Anyways. And so something weird for MEPS. So I haven't been able to swear in yet because apparently on my credit report, it's actually showing that I'm renting two locations out. The place that I was staying in before hasn't been taken off my credit report yet. So whenever they pull up my credit history for MEPS, it actually looks like I'm renting out 2 places. One place for $2,000 and another place for $1,400. So that puts me above the debt limit category. So I have to try to get that disputed. But honestly speaking, it's as if they're taking sweet time with it because it's taking way too long to get it finished out, man. So I'm actually getting like kind of upset with the process, but I try not to rush it and just take it for what it is, you know? But at the end of the day, it's taking a long time and I'm getting very impatient with the whole process. But that's the update I have as far as swearing into the Air Force. And I don't know about you guys, but I'm just excited to go ahead and go. Like, to go in and see how it's going to be and how it's going to change my life for the better or for the worse, depending on my experience. But, yeah, just right now I'm really being tested by God with having patience for something like this because I have no patience with anything, man. It's pretty annoying, but what can you do in this case? Now, with this workout, the first step is to go ahead and do slow and steady. And then the second step is to go explosive. And the explosive ones hurt, so I got to watch out with the whole jacket situation. All right, y'all, let's get this going. Oh. All right, Joe, so let's go ahead and move up and weight, and I'll bring it right back in once we get the weights changed out. All right, Joe, so moving into this next set. I'm going to put this here so I can see myself. But yeah, moving into this next set. Another 10 by 10, but in this case, we're just going to do it a little bit slower. All right, so let's keep it going, y'all. So So, honestly speaking, today I did eat a lot. So, I am having a good amount of energy. The only issue is I've been having, I haven't been hydrating properly lately. So, whenever I don't hydrate, I don't feel as strong as I am able to be. So, it's just something weird. And, y'all, today I low-key took a L. I got it to a point where, well, I recorded yesterday, right? So my camera's like on 0.5%. But luckily, my friend over here, my girl, she went ahead and brought a charger, bro. So I got my shit charging while I'm recording. So she came in clutch today, bro. All right. Whew. The only thing is, honestly speaking, I probably should have waited longer before I started recording because I am still feeling it. It's like where I'm kind of like in a way need to throw up, but not really. So, we're just gonna push past it. All right, so let's go ahead and get into this fast and explosive 10 reps, and we're gonna move up to 2 plates, and I'm gonna do 2 sets on 10 plates, on 2 plates. Yeah, 10 plates, but 2 sets. Let's keep it going, y'all. So, all right, y'all, let's go ahead and change out the weights, and I'll bring it right back in after I take a small break. All right, so let's go ahead and get into some heavier weight. And remember, how you do one thing is how you do everything. You show up every single day. You show out at the gym. Whenever you're in a situation that's hard for yourself, whether it might be at work, in your personal life, or anything, you show up and show out for yourself. In something, you'll show out in every single aspect. How you do one thing is how you do fucking everything. So at this point in the workout, we're going to be doing 10, and we're not half-assing it, not taking half, but taking it all the way to failure. And honestly, we're going to be pushing past failure because 10 is not where my limit lies. It's probably like around 20, but fuck it, let's do 10. And then we're going to keep going with the sets. Whew. All right, y'all. I'll bring it back in when we hit that second set. All right, y'all. Move into the second set. Let's keep it pushing, man. I'm feeling the energy taper out, but let's see how we just move with the flow instead of trying to fight against it. Push into the fatigue and drive it further. Fuck it. All right, Charlotte, let's up the weight. I don't know we're going to be doing 3 plates, but let's see what we do. All right, y'all, so we're moving into a little bit heavier set. I got a 25 and a 245s and a 25 on each side. I'm not really feeling it, but hey, sometimes you got to push past the shit, bro. Oh, fuck your feelings. Come on. I'm going to go for 6 or 10. Dang. Today we only got to 5, so we're gonna call it there. And let's see what else we end up getting into. Right now I actually am feeling some kind of chest fly, something like that. So let's see what we end up doing, y'all. I'll see you on the next set. Yo, and honestly speaking, there's something to be said about how you do one thing is how you do everything. Because in my company, so I actually started, before being on this, I started my company on the sales floor. Okay, and then in 1 month I leveled up and became manager in a single month due to the way I came into the job with a level of intensity like nobody else in the company. And sometimes I forget that I used to be that hungry, because as time goes on, you start losing the purpose in the job. Like for me, the main purpose for pushing so hard was actually to own one. But once a bigger company came in, bought out the company, I was no longer able to purchase it like my own door. So at that point, I got discouraged. I started giving up on that kind of dream to push that hard with that level of intensity. And an opportunity came up. This opportunity of the Air Force has really revitalized myself in every aspect. And in my job, I no longer have to make sales, because now I get a percentage of the full business instead of focusing on my own sales like I used to in the past, because I run a district instead of just one door now. And from that, I was able to see, like, from this change and being reinvigorated inside of myself about joining the Air Force and pushing hard again to find who I was before, I started doing sales on my own tickets again. And now when I compare myself to everybody in the company, I'm literally double what everybody in the entire company is doing. The next best up is 44 sold, and right now I'm at 105. So I'm more than double what they have. So that shows me that the whole thing where how you do one thing is how you do everything. Because if you can come here in the gym when you're not feeling like it and push past your limits and like give it 110%, even when you don't feel like it, at your job, something that actually gives you a monetary value, you'll be able to do the same and put in the same kind of effort. And yeah, just you. One main thing though, you don't just want to push for nothing. You want to push towards a goal, towards something. For me right now, I'm just looking at becoming a better version of myself, and I've become very good at leadership and interpersonal skills with people and selling. So I plan on using all of those skills that I've acquired through a long period of time and applying that into the Air Force. And honestly speaking, I want to see how high it could take me. Whether I'll become a general or something one day is yet to be told. But one thing I can tell you guys is throughout this whole process, throughout this whole journey, I'm going to be bringing you guys along with me. So it won't just be a journey for myself. It'll be a journey for you and for me. So enough of that. Let's go ahead and get into this first set. And let's make sure that whenever we can't do heavy, like right now, my strength is all sapped out. So we're starting on a 25 on an incline. You want to find a different way to push past it. Like Mike Guy, training. I've already said this in the past, but if you can't push yourself with strength, push yourself with volume. If you can't push yourself with volume, push yourself with strength. Find a different way to go ahead and motivate yourself. Sometimes you have to change what you're doing in order to keep moving forward, because what brought you here won't get to you where you're trying to go. So let's go ahead and get into this first set, y'all. Yeah, like with this one, 25 might not be a lot, but 25 for 20 still make you feel something. So right now, instead of upping the weight, I'm gonna up the volume. And let's keep it pushing, y'all. But all right, y'all, I'm gonna take a break. I'll be right back in a few minutes. All right, y'all, fatigued and tired, but 20 out. Let's keep it going. Oh, I don't care what y'all say. If you take anything to the furthest limit of your of reps, you'll still feel tired, you still feel fatigued. Not everything's about pushing weight. Sometimes it's about endurance, even with small things. Do a small thing enough times over and over and over again, and you'll get stronger. Because I can still build muscle with low weights by doing more reps. So let's go ahead and move the weights up and keep the same mentality. We're gonna do another one set of 15, and then see what else we end up doing from there. All right, y'all. See when I bring that back in. All right, so let's keep it going. It's gonna be our last set. We got a plate on each side, and I'm gonna do 10 or 15 reps, and then we're gonna go from there, doing some chest flies. Thank you. All right, y'all. Let's keep it going. Alright, that's what I was saying. Sometimes when you do things, small weights, you build strength. Like right now, that one plate moved a lot easier just from having those repetitions on the 25s. So now let's go to a plate with the 25, and let's do 5 to 10 reps. Alright, y'all. Let's keep it going. Alright, y'all. And after this third set, we're going to call it on incline. And honestly speaking, I'm getting kind of a feel for the best workouts when it comes to just building an overall chest. There really only 3 main movements. 1, flat bench press. 2, the second one I would recommend is incline bench press. And then number 3, just a chest fly. With those 3 workouts and cardio added to your workout every single day, you can go ahead and build a better chest. Like for me, I'm actually kind of satisfied with my chest. I'm more trying to work on my gut. But the chest is actually one of my stronger and more pronounced aspects of my physique. But enough of that. Let's go ahead and get into this last set. We're doing a 45 and a 25 for 6 to 10 reps. Let's see where we fall. I kind of want to go up another plate. I kind of do want to go up another plate. Which I think. Nah, we're going to call it there. All right, y'all. Let's move to the next workout. All right, honestly speaking, y'all, this is like, at this point in the workout, I'm honestly pretty fried. And the chest flies, they're one of the workouts that hurt like fuck. But it's like, for those short variations and like how I do the alien gains, one of the best movements. Just, you want to make sure you're crossing over and not stopping right there. Oh. Yeah, this makes my chest feel raw as fuck. And honestly, with this one, I don't even necessarily have to go that much heavier. But like the pump against the chest, fucking immaculate, bro. I'm probably gonna do 3 to 4 sets of this, and on my 3rd or 4th set, I'm gonna move up just 1. We're gonna keep it on the same weight, something that feels very comfortable. And then from there, yeah, we're gonna do the pose down, do cardio after, and then we're gonna call it there, bro. So I'm gonna go ahead and hop off camera and bring you back in whenever we do the next set. All right, sorry about that. Yeah, I kind of got lost in my movie. If you ever watched Billions on Paramount Plus, bro, that's like one of my favorite movies. It makes me really motivated. And what's interesting is after watching the show, I had a dream, right? Like the next day of picking the show back up, I had a dream where I was like basically at a job interview, and somebody asked me, "What is it that you want?" And I was like, I know the perfect answer for this. I want fucking everything, bro. everything that I can achieve, that I will become, I want it as long as it's for the betterment of myself. If it's for my own downfall, shit, y'all can have that. Oh. Oh, I really feel a stretch though. Oh shit. Yeah, I'm feeling that stretch a little bit too good, bro. Oh man. Right, y'all. Let's go ahead and take a little break off the camera. Let me get back to my show. I'll be right back with y'all. All right, bro. Moving into the last set. After this, we're gonna go ahead and call it. Hit our pose down. I'm gonna hit 45 minutes. Oh, 20 to 40 minutes on the seated bike, so I can play some chess. Yeah. Ah, fuck me. Alright, bro. Let's call it. Let's go ahead and hit the locker room. Alright, y'all. So that's the end of today's workout, but yeah, solid. And I honestly fucked with how whenever I was starting to get tired with the heavier sets, instead of trying to push past it and just force it, I just drop down the weight, bro. It's not that deep. You don't have to go ego lifting every single time. And the physique is going to prove that I don't ego lift every single time. But when it is time to move weight, bro, I'm able to throw 3 plates plus. So let's go ahead and push it, y'all. Let's go ahead and get the pose down started. Oh. All right, John. Let's see. How do I used to do it? Whew. But yeah, that's all I got, y'all. If you enjoyed today's video, make sure to go ahead and like and subscribe. I still got about 40 minutes of cardio I got to do, so I'm not going to record that because there's no fun in that, bro. Try to get rid of the gut, bro. Currently, I'm at I fluctuate between like 157 to 165, but I'm trying to be like 145. It's going to take about I'll say about 2 months to get down that weight. But hey, bro, it's just what you got to do. But all right, y'all. That's everything I got. I'll see you next time. Peace.